Now, I know what you might be thinking. Yes, I am going to do another movie review. And yes, it is a horror movie review. It's sort of related to Christmas. And no, I hope you're not thinking The Grinch. It's not Gremlins either. Not Silent Night, Deadly Night. And definitely not a movie that has to deal with gingerbread cookies coming alive. Gingerbread Man coming to life. Yeah, what is up, everyone? You know me, this is your main man, Mario Fan 520, and welcome back to another movie review. And actually, before I tell you the movie that I'm about to review, I just want to say happy early Christmas. I know Christmas is on Sunday. I just wanted to make this video because it's almost Christmas, so what the heck. Today I'll be reviewing the movie Krampus, which is actually a movie that I was kind of surprised by. It kind of reminded me of a spin-off of Gremlins, but I was actually pretty surprised by this movie. So here in Krampus, it's basically about a boy named Max or something like that. He basically basically one day his relatives come over for Christmas, and there's this one time where he turns his back on Christmas for some reason. But yet he doesn't know is there are these evil spirits that unleash, and he basically unleashes the wrath of Krampus, an evil spirit named Krampus. And things don't usually happen until it hits the middle of the film. I mean, literally the first death that you're going to come across in this movie is probably I'm going to say maybe the 20 minutes ranges of this film. But there's no proof that this movie's terrible, because it's not. It's a perfectly well-directed film, including a horror movie, a Christmas horror movie film, actually. I've actually haven't seen a lot of Christmas horror movies. This is probably the second or third Christmas horror movie I've seen, aside from Gremlins. That one was another great Christmas horror movie. So apparently, when the evil wrath of Krampus releases, you have all these, like, there are some things that you wouldn't really expect out of this film. Like, you have, like, dolls coming alive, a weird angel thing. I don't know what it is. If you've seen the movie, then you would know what I'm talking about. There's, like, this Jack-in-the-Box thing, this huge Jack-in-the-Box thing. There's a teddy bear. There's even gingerbread man cookies coming alive. So apparently, the spirit of Krampus takes the whole family one by one. And it's all because of one kid who turned his back on Christmas. So basically, when Max gives up on believing the spirit of Christmas, the evil spirit of Krampus releases and attacks Max's family, and they have to figure out a way to survive in their home and not die, apparently. So, actually, I'm going to be honest with you. Is this the best Christmas horror movie ever? No. Is it good? Yes. Do I have some concerns on it? Yes. I think in this movie, there are some scenes in this movie that shouldn't really be there. I mean, I know it's a horror movie, and if you're going to put scenes in a horror movie that should be there, go ahead. But to me, I just felt like there are some scenes that shouldn't be there. It just, like, made a departure from the whole entire film. But other than that, the film was really good. They had some very creepy elements. I mean, to me, it wasn't really scary. But if you're a little kid, then you will find this movie pretty scary. But if you're a little kid, and if you're going to watch any Christmas horror movie, definitely watch Gremlins. That's definitely a movie for you little kids. And speaking of Gremlins, there were actually some quotes that I did find in this film that were related to Gremlins. Some things like the gingerbread man coming alive and attacking people. I don't know what was all of that, but I think that was actually a pretty smart choice. And actually, the CGI in this movie and the animatronics was outstanding. The CGIs and stuff like that, for like the teddy bears and all those little stuffed animal toys coming alive and attacking people, the CGI was amazing. I loved the CGI. It was very, very great. It had a creepy potential to it. It really did. But this movie isn't over-the-top notch scary. It's not the scariest movie that you're ever going to see because, I mean, come on, it's a PG-13 movie. To be honest, the movie's not even gory. It's not scary or gory. It's just good. It's very good. I mean, I know a little kid can find this scary, but it's kind of hard to find like a teenager or an adult to find this movie scary. I mean, I know there are some movies where they have things that are moving that shouldn't be moving, and they come alive and start killing people. For example, Child's Play, that's a great example, which is one of my favorite horror movies ever. Dolly Dearest, another great example. Annabelle, another great example as well, which that movie was okay, I guess. But from this movie, when you go to the movies, if you haven't seen this movie yet, if you haven't seen Krampus, you probably already know what you're going to expect from it, because it's a horror movie that involves Christmas. So you probably know what you're going to expect from it. And the scenery, the background in this movie was fantastic too. I really loved the background. I had no concerns with the background. I loved it. I think it was a great setting, and they were all being attacked in the house one by one. I think it was amazing. I think it actually brought the potential to the film. It actually found it in a creepy. They actually turned it into a creepy, fulfilling way. But films like Krampus kind of take a departure in some scenes. Like I said, there are some scenes in the movie that shouldn't really be there, and that's when the film kind of takes a departure to the rest of the entire film. And you might see that often in this film, but does that mean the movie's bad? No, it's actually pretty good. I enjoyed it, but it's not the best horror movie ever, but it really is good. I loved Krampus. It's a very great movie. I really do recommend it. Now listen up, if you are a fan of Gremlins, you're definitely not going to have a problem with this film. Like, if you love Gremlins a lot, you are definitely not going to have a problem with this film, because there are some things that you will catch from Gremlins that are related to Krampus. Like I said, the gingerbread men and stuff like that. But anyway, it's a Christmas horror movie. Gremlins is a Christmas horror movie. So if you like Gremlins, you probably won't have any problem with this film. I like Gremlins. I don't have a problem with this film. But I didn't expect to watch this movie and think it's the best horror movie ever. I just expect to watch it and think it was good. And you know what? It really was. It really was good. And I respected that off of horror movies, that they're good horror movies. They don't have to be scary. They don't have to be on top of the notch gory. They just have to be good. Good. That's what people want from horror movies, and scary potential too. Some creepy elements, and off of a Christmas movie. Guys, Krampus was a very fun time. It's a very great movie. I recommend it. I don't highly recommend it. I just recommend it in my own personal way. If you've guys seen Krampus, tell me what you thought about it. And anyway, I'm going to give Krampus a B. So there you have it. That's the movie review of Krampus that I'm doing for today. And before I go out, I'd actually like to give a shout out to a couple of people, of my friends. My first one is Renee Gonzalez, I think. He was my first subscriber. Give him respect if you know him, and if you don't, it's cool. And Martine, he's another one of my subscribers. And we also have Salvador Vasquez and Moises. Give them a shout out too, and Alberto. So those are my 5 people that I'm shouting out in this video today. And I hope you all show them respect. They're very great people. And anyway, thank you guys for watching my movie review of Krampus. What did you think of what did you think of the movie if you've seen it? Tell me in the comments down below, and I will see you next time. Peace out, and have a wonderful Merry Christmas.